Hey bosses and baddies, it's your Sunday baddie, Briah Banks, and I'm coming to you with the future of Chicago. If you didn't know, you know I keep you updated with the hottest. And these two right here, they gonna make this world a better place one day, I'm trying to tell you. You heard it here first from Briah Banks. Right here we have
Michael Amir.
Fahim Muhammad.
And these two, they created something so wonderful called Oasis. And honey, it was founded in 2019. And if you know what happened in 2019, it was like the start of COVID. And that was like right before it like took over the world. I gotta ask both of you, how did that affect you mentally with this project?
I love COVID because there was no traffic. There was very few, like flights were super cheap because we was always coming back and forth
That
to
is
Chicago.
true.
The actual smog in LA decreased. I mean, it was a great time. Like, there was of course the negative sides of it, but like for me, COVID was like one of the best times of my life. Black people had money.
That is true.
Happy. ED was going on. I mean, it was a lot. I think there's a lot of things that can be celebrated. I tend to settle on a positive part of things, though.
Okay, and you?
I have a little different take. I was a little annoyed by COVID, but you know, it didn't stop business. So it just kind of a little work from home a lot. But
How did that affect your mental though, working from home?
it was more peaceful.
Was it?
More peaceful.
Do you live alone? Do you have kids?
I have a whole family, so it was.
So it's
but
like-
just but no, it was just cool just to not have to get out and go places and stuff. So.
Okay, so you liked it because there was no traffic and you got to go out and travel.
Yeah.
You liked it because you were home and home.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you both like connect? Because I see y'all are two different. You're the
Annoying.
him.
Yeah.
He said it. I
I'm a
didn't say it.
strong, positive, positive affirmations.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you are?
Honestly, we work well together.
Yeah,
we grew up
do.
together. Our parents knew each other, so we grew up together. Been in business 15 years, and we compliment each other. You know, I was thinking the other day, he pushes me stuff I don't want to do. He always wants to do. Like today, he wanted to keep the show going. I wanted to end it, but we balance each other.
Yeah,
so
there's no ego.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that black men are kings, for real. And we believe that. And so a lot of times when they come together, it's difficult to go far because there's like, well, who gonna be this? Who gonna be that? I don't want his lane. He don't want my lane. And then we complement each other in the areas that we may not be strong at. You know what I mean? So when you see Oasis and you see the production value, you see the organization, you see a lot of the positive things that you see about Oasis, he's doing it. You know what I mean? And he's also the CEO, he's the face of the company. I've always been in the business, naturally. I've never really been into talking. Like if you go back on Oasis social media,
It's always him.
it's always him.
I trust me. I watch.
Not by
so-
choice. I have to.
No, but somebody had to do it, and it wasn't gonna be me. And like he knew that.
You know
So,
why? I think it is. He loves the camera.
Man,
He loves the
he's
camera. You definitely, like when the camera's in his face, I was watching one of the videos, it was a little 45-minute one though, but he definitely was giving face in the camera, so it was definitely like,
hair, face.
yes,
No,
he's the look, but it's okay, I'm like
I
that
prefer
too.
not to, but
It's the look, it's okay though. So how do you think men in this world actually can come together as one, especially in Chicago, because you are starting here in Chicago first?
well, I'll start by saying, that's been our goal, and with Oasis, Fahim and I we couldn't do it alone. So that's why we reached out to, you've seen our brothers on the stage with us. We were able, as Fahim to say, to get with brothers who also put ego aside, no ego, because the mission of rebuilding our communities, our people, is bigger than all of us, and we all recognize that. So we're coming to the table with people who are heavy hitters. Like even, me and Fahim, we have a nice resume, but some of the people have done greater things than us in business and the world, entrepreneur, and different things, but they still come. We all come equal, and we want to show the world you can do it. You can get with other black men who are just as powerful as you. Some of the people you may not know, you may know, but these are heavy hitters that we connected with and that we're working with, and we're able to do it. We're able to travel. We're able to kick it. We're able to laugh. I seen Groove, who is the man, the fashion king, carrying waters up the stairs because it's the event. You know what I'm saying? I seen Rube, who is the man, doing little things that you wouldn't expect him to do, but we have no ego. Mike Rashid, people who got big followings and big, just come from just are huge in their own right, successful in their own right. We're all equal, because at the end of the day, it's not about us. We're going to die at some point, but this has to go on. So we all understand that, and I think the way to get black men to connect is to understand it's bigger than you. And when you get that and you accept that, you're able just to play your role and do something great. You do your own thing in your own lane, but we come together, it's about the people.
Y'all heard that, fellas? Y'all heard that? So y'all better take this advice, because trust me, it's gonna get you far. It starts with you first. Remember, ladies too, though.
Ladies too.
Even though there weren't a lot of ladies on the panel, you know.
No, you know that was intentional. Not like it sounds. I want to give a quick answer to that.
Yeah,
I'll jump into that. The first question, and I'll give the answer in a story. When we formed Oasis, me and Michael, Seb, of course, my beautiful wife, a lot of other people that came that helped us all along the way. He came to me and was like, yo, there's this concept of co-CEO where like I could be the CEO, you CEO, we're both CEOs. And I just want to give a testament to the no ego thing. I was like, no, bro, you be the CEO. Like black men have to learn that it's okay to have leadership, and that's your peers. It doesn't take nothing from me that he's the CEO and that's the prime position in the company. It's my brother. Yeah. And I heard that in Mike Rashid, who's a brother I look up to. But I heard him on the stage giving credit to me and him for leading him in certain type of ways. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think as we begin to do that, and go for Rube is another example of that. These are brothers that in their lanes are my seniors. But in my lane, I'm who I am, and I'm comfortable there. Yeah. And I think that as black men learn to do that, they'll elevate each other. And as you elevate your brother, you elevate yourself. So that's my answer to that. As far as the women, I think that the black queen is like way further than the black king, if I'm just being honest. Like when I look at this world and I look at black men, and you know, this is data supports this. This is not me just throwing numbers and statistics. Yeah. Black women, I mean, business-wise, they almost dominate every class. You know what I mean? When black women become entrepreneurs, they outpace white men. You know what I mean? So I feel like black men are at the bottom. And you know, when you look at like our sons and our daughters and the future and where we want to see them, we want the black woman to be able to have an equal. And right now, you know, that's a tough thing right now. So we intentionally wanted to portray black men strong and in a different way than you typically used to seeing us. It's not anti-man. All of us, most of us were raised by black women alone. So it can never be a thing. You know, my mother is probably the most pivotal person in my life as far as what she did for me, like as far as raising me up, making sure, straying me away from certain things. There was no one more impactful. So I could never down black women, and this movement will never down black women. But if we can't figure out a solution for our black men, then the black woman, she's going to continue to be alone for the most part on a lot of fronts.
That's true. I'm glad you explained it. So for the lady who, Miss Sierra, I got that for you. That's your answer on why it wasn't a lot of women on the panel today, but it's okay. Also, so I had a question about tenants. So I was looking about, you know, probably like a couple, maybe years ago, I was looking to buy my own house. Now I'm only 25, so I just started getting into things. I have my own wine company. So I honestly, besides radio, yeah, you know, and then I do radio too. It's like, dang, you're right, you know. But with the tenants, I noticed that it is a headache. What do you say is the biggest two that you have? Because I know when I was looking at one of your videos, you said that that's like one of the hardest things dealing with tenants. Of our people, though.
Yeah. Megan would probably be best suited to answer this, because she manages all of the tenants. I could jump from me working closely with her on that, and I would say that I think a lot of our people, from our experience, haven't been taught how to really maintain their homes. So when you come in and we put in $70,000, $80,000 into renovating a home, and then, you know, you got 6 children, you know, mother who's single, you know, their struggles. Yeah. And so 90% of our tenants are affordable housing. So they're through the CHA program, Chicago Housing Authority. Every year we have to come in and kind of like coach them how to make sure they're passing inspections so that they don't lose their vouchers because they don't maintain their homes well. And we have like some cases where like, I'm in a house that's filthy. I'm like, sis, you gotta, she's like, no, my house is always clean. I'm like, okay. Yeah, there's a gap.
It's just today?
You know what I'm saying?
It's just today.
No, she was saying it was clean in the moment. Like it's filthy while I'm in my, because of how we keep our home, but in her mind,
so clean to them is different.
Yeah, I think we just haven't been taught like a lot of things, you know what I mean? I think we lost a lot of culture and civilization, so a lot of our people are used to such a substandard quality. And I think that's probably one of the biggest challenges with the tenants is not having that, you know, how to keep their homes up, and that causing challenges with turnover as far as the government regulations, because they have to maintain a certain quality. Like they come in for these inspections and if there's violations, they could potentially lose their Section 8 voucher. So that's been our biggest challenge. Would you say, Mac?
Yeah.
Would you agree with that? Yeah.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
Look, I understand. Listen, I've seen a couple things too. You know, when you growing up, you got friends. They moms got Section 8. You see how they live, and you be like, I don't live like this. So I understand. Growing up for you two though, I actually thought you guys were from Chicago because there's nowhere I can find. I was trying to find. I'm like, I know they're from Chicago. They're doing it here in Chicago. But then I got up there today and I was like, y'all not from Chicago.
No. We just have a deep love for Chicago. We grew up coming here. Chicago is a special city for us, which is why we wanted to start here. It makes sense business-wise, and you know, it's just business-wise as well. But really, it was more of a deep love for the city. To me, this is my favorite city. You know, even though I don't live here because of the weather, but
I'm following. I'll be gone to probably in a couple weeks.
But at the end of the day, you know, it's beautiful. You know, like Fahim said, the food is good, the people are beautiful. You know, I see so much potential when I drive by and see all the vacant, dilapidated properties. That's a property that we have the opportunity to make beautiful, make the communities beautiful. It's right by the water. So we're not from here, but this is what we, you know, a lot of ways grew up here. You know, coming here a lot, family here, and I lived here several years. You know, and now I'm bi-coastal. So yeah, you know, Chicago is.
It's yours.
We
welcome you. We love you guys. We appreciate everything you're doing for us. I just want you all to tell them what is Oasis. What is the definition
take
of
that.
Oasis?
You've been doing good today.
Oasis is a real estate company that's focused on owning our communities and giving back to our communities through ownership. So we took a simple concept. A lot of people, I've been going to real estate classes since 2005, you know what I mean? Flip houses, this, that, wholesaling. I've seen a lot of different aspects, and a lot of people just approach it just for, you know, the surface, which is the money. We took Oasis and we wanted to change the way our people were living. So we started creating jobs. We started focusing on, okay, after we build up these and renovate these units, what type of people do we want? We want the people that suffer the most. We want them to have the opportunity to live somewhere beautiful. We want Section 8 housing to have granite countertops and can lights in the ceilings and just things that, dimmers, you know what I'm saying? Like just things that our people don't experience. So Oasis is an opportunity for people to come together and do the things that a lot of times we just talk about and you never actually see change.
If I may add, to our knowledge, we're the only black-owned company in the country that's qualified with the SEC to be what is called a Regulation A Tier 2 fund.
Period.
Meaning we can accept investments from the general public. And we did that purposely because we were offered a lot of corporate money. But if we do that, what about our brothers and sisters in the community who want to invest now? And there's no fund because they're not accredited. So that's why we did it.
That's the big picture.
That's the picture.
All right, so we're gonna end it, but I gotta do this real quick game with y'all. Okay, y'all ready?
Damn, a game.
Yeah, we gotta do a game. Okay, so you gotta tell me your favorite side of Chicago, but y'all both gotta say it at the same time. Okay?
Okay.
Y'all ready?
Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
South Shore. Boom.
Period. Okay. And I'm from the east side, so you already know. I'm from 88 from Muskegon, so.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
8813 Escanaba, we own that.
8841, look, South Muskegon.
8356 South Muskegon, we
Okay,
own that.
okay.
8316 South Muskegon, we own that.
Okay,
Don't get bought at
8127 Muskegon, we own that.
Thank you.
8139 Muskegon, we own that.
Oh.
Oasis.
Oh,
Don't name all of them.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Listen, okay.
Give it all away.
Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys, I appreciate you so much. He done
Thank
dropped out
you.
the camera.
Thank you
know.
so much. I'm
I
sorry.
appreciate
Oh,
you
yeah,
all
we
for
got
having
Thank
me.
you.
No, we're not done.
Okay, my bad.
No, we're done. I'm closing it out.
Okay.
Thank you all so much for tuning in.
Yes,
I told you all this is the future. Thank you, Oasis, for having me. And also, it was presented by Revolt and Oasis.
Yes.
So thank you.
And Forbes of Culture. Shout out
Forbes of Culture. Let's give it up to him.
Thank
Make
you.
sure you tap in with me every Sunday on Power 92, 2 to 6 p.m. and 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. I mean, Sunday Betty for a reason. I'm out.
Man.